Very low end of the scale, we have what's known as level zero automation, which is basically no automation, fully manual driving tasks. There's no sensors or technologies or anything to help you out with the driving task. We bump up to level one. We've had level one autonomy for a while. That includes just things like basic cruise control. I mean, basic cruise control has been around for what, a couple of decades at least. Even things like anti-lock brakes start to get into that level one autonomy. Where we've gone in maybe the past decade, half decade to a decade, is up to level two autonomy. And this level two autonomy includes a broad class of features that are known as automated driver assistance systems. And this includes like your adaptive cruise control, your lane keeping assist, your electronic stability control, kind of all these things that we've seen over like the last 5 years or so kind of become commonplace in newer vehicles. And that's really kind of the limit of where we are right now on a large scale, like level two autonomy or like level two autonomous vehicles, but they're not really autonomous vehicles because they can't drive themselves. Like even the Teslas that are on the road right now can achieve level two autonomy. Like in most situations, it's only like in a very limited set of circumstances that they can go beyond level two autonomy. As we go up into like 3, 4, and 5, then you're just talking about greater and greater automation. And in fact, 2 to 3 is kind of the dividing line between what like a traditionally like automated vehicle that includes all these things we're familiar with, but at the end of the day, it's still a human being behind the wheel that has to like keep track of the road and operate the vehicle safely. 3, 4, and 5, that's where we get into like truly autonomous vehicles, like truly self-driving, where at level 3, you're still needing to be aware as a human being in some situations in case the vehicle has to hand off control back to you for some reason. But as we get up to like level 4 and 5, like level 5 is full automation. This is you can literally like pull out a book or take a nap or something, and your car will still get you safely to where you need it to go. It sounds like these shuttles are targeting somewhere in that spectrum. Without seeing the nitty-gritty on the technical specifics of the vehicles, it's hard to say whether they're targeting 3, 4, or 5. Probably 4 to 5 is where they're looking at. And I think the big question, and part of the reason they're doing this deployment, is to see in a real-world scenario, can they hit that level 4 or 5 autonomy? So that's kind of like it's one of those all autonomous vehicles are automated vehicles, but not all automated vehicles are autonomous vehicles. 4 to 5 is where they're looking at. And I think the big question, and part of the reason they're doing this deployment, is to see in a real world scenario, can they hit that level 4 or 5 autonomy? So that's kind of like it's one of those all autonomous vehicles are automated vehicles, but not all automated vehicles are autonomous vehicles.